Hello and Assalamualaikum. I am Nur Aqidah. We continue the part 2, creating, sorting and querying a table in Excel chapter 4, which is the last chapter. Okay, first we will look at the query a table using auto filter. Okay, under the subtopic of querying a table using auto filter, first we will learn to sort a table using an auto filter menu. Second, to query a table using auto filter. Third, to show all record in a table. And the last one is to enter custom criteria using auto filter. First and foremost, I will show you the example and how to do it. Okay, how to sort a table using an auto filter menu. First, you must click the cell A9 or any cell in the table, and then click the hire date and click the sort orders to the nearest, and the table will follow the ascending order. Next, I will show you the steps how to query a table using auto filter. First, select the status arrow in cell B, this one, and click part-time in the status list. Then you click the OK button. Next, click outside in the type list and then select the outside, and then click the OK button to apply the auto filter criterion. After that, to show all records in a table, display the data tab and then click filter button to display all of the records in the table. Okay, this is the result. To enter custom criteria using auto filter, first you must select A9 and then click the filter button to display the arrow in the table. Okay, next, with the table active, click experience arrow, this one, and select the number filters and choose the custom filter. And this is the dialog box. In the dialog box, this one, you choose the criteria is greater than or equal to, and the next box is you choose 3. And the bottom box, you choose the criteria is greater than or equal to. The next box is number 5. And then you click OK button. Okay, so this is the result. Okay, next we move to the another slide using criteria range on the worksheet. Okay, in this subtopic, you can set up a criteria range in the worksheet and use it to manipulate records that pass the comparison criteria. It involves 2 steps. First, create the criteria range and name it criteria. Second, use the advanced button on the data tab. The comparison criteria in the criteria range determine the records that will pass the test when the advanced filter dialog is used. Next, in this subtopic of using criteria range on the worksheet, first we will learn to create a criteria range on the worksheet. Second, to query a table using advanced filter dialog box. Fourth, to create a extract range and extract records. The last one is to enable auto filter. Okay, to create a criteria range on the worksheet, first select the desired range, for example A7 until G8. Okay, then press the copy button, then go to the A1 cell and then press enter key or press button to press the content like this. Okay, next select the range A2 until J2. Okay, and apply red accent to fill color, this one. Okay, there are so many colors that you can choose. For the table, I will use this color. Okay, next, change the title to criteria area in cell A1. Okay, this one, change the title, delete this one, and write criteria area. Okay, make it uppercase at the in front of the words. Oh, sorry, it should be C. Okay, and then you can enter the part-time in cell B3. This one, status part-time. Okay, next, enter the more than 3 in cell C3. This one, more than 3. Okay, the last one is enter the more than B in cell J3. Which one? Okay, this one. Okay, more than uppercase B. Okay, done. Okay, the last one is select range A2, this one, and until J3. Okay, and type criteria as the range name. Type the criteria as the range name. Okay. Okay, it's done. Next, to query a table using the advanced filter dialog box. Using the advanced filter dialog box is similar to using the auto filter query technique, except that it does not filter records based on comparison criteria you select from the table. Okay, first, you click cell A9, this one, to activate the table. Then, display the data tab and click the advanced button to display the advanced filter dialog box, this one. Okay, and then press the OK button, and then the last step is click the filter button. Okay, here is the result. Okay, this is the last subtopic that we will learn, which is to create an extract range and extract records. First, you must display the home tab and select range A7 until J8 and click copy button at the above, this one. Okay, you can select range A25 at the bottom, this one, and press the enter key on your keyboard, or else you can use other ways like click paste button to paste the content. Okay, it will appear like this. Next, select the range A26 until J26. Okay, and apply the red accent to fill color. Okay, I will choose the same color, this one, and select cell A25 and write the extract area. Okay, done. Okay, next, select range A26 until J26. Enter the extract in the name box at the above. Enter the extract. Okay. Okay, let's move to the another steps, which is select cell A9 and display the data tab, and then click the advanced button. Okay, as you can see, there is a advanced filter submenu, and then you click the copy to another location, and click copy button.
Today I will present about using database function. For the introduction, database function allow user to evaluate numeric data in the table. Type of database function, the first one is the average function. It's used to find the average of numbers in a table field that pass the test. The general form of the average function is equal to the average in a bracket table range, comma, field name with quotation mark, comma, criteria range and close bracket. Second is the count function. It's used to count the number of numeric entries in a table field that pass the test. The general form of the count function is equal to count in a bracket table range, comma, field name with quotation mark, comma, criteria range and close bracket. Next, we will use the same data from the previous topic to calculate the average and the count function. We will assume that we use the average function to find the average experience of full-time fundraisers and the average experience of the part-time fundraisers in the table. For the count function, we will use to count the number of fundraisers record that have a grade A. Okay, there is the several steps to use the average and the count database function. I have provided this step on this PowerPoint to make you guys clearly understand before we proceed to do a practice by step in Excel after this. There are 8 steps in total, so you guys also can refer textbooks in Excel part page 337. Okay, next, at the end of the practice, it will appear like this one. For average full-time experience and average part-time experience, it consists the average function. And for the grade A account, it will consist the count function. Okay, let's proceed with the practice. We will use the same data from the previous topic to calculate the average and the count function. The first step we will be set up the criteria areas that required by these two functions. The first step is select O1 and then type criteria to enter a criteria area title. Then select L1, click the format painter button and then click cell O1 to copy the format of one cell to another. After that, drag from O1 until Q1 to center the title. For the step 2, select cell O2 and then type status to enter a field name. Select cell P2 and again type status to enter a field name. And select Q2 and then type grade to enter a field name. After that, select cell L2. Then click the format painter button and then drag through the range O2 until Q2 to copy the format of a cell to a range. Then enter the full-time in cell O3 as the type code for full-time fundraisers and enter part-time in cell P3 as the code for part-time fundraisers. Then enter A in cell Q3 as the grade value. Then select M3 and click the format painter button and then drag through the range O3 until Q3 to copy the format. Then enter average full-time experience in cell O4. Enter average part-time experience in cell O5. And enter grade A count in cell O6. Then after that, select R4 and then type the average function, which is equal to the average A8 until J21, the range of the table, experience for field name and the range O2 until O3, which consists of criteria range, and enter, and click enter. Then select cell R5 and type the average function, which is equal to the average in a bracket A8 until J21, which is the range of the table, comma, experience with quotation mark, comma, P2 until P3, which consists of criteria range for part-time, to enter the database function. And the last one, click cell R6 and then type for decount function is equal to decount in a bracket A8 until J21, which is the table range, comma, experience with quotation mark, which is the field name, comma, Q2 until Q3, which is the criteria range, to enter the database function. Then click enter. It will appear like this, and this for average full-time experience function, and this for average part-time experience, and this one to grade A count. Next, using the SUMIF, COUNTIF, MESH and INDEX function. The SUMIF and COUNTIF functions are used to sum the values in a range or count values in a range only if they meet a criteria. MESH function is the relative position of an item in a range or table that match a specified values in a specific order. Index function returns the value or reference of that cell at the intersection of a particular row and column in a table or range. When we use together, MESH and INDEX function provide the ability to look out a particular value in a table for some criteria. To use the SUMIF and COUNTIF function. To know the sum of YTD fundraise for the fundraisers that have grade A, or to know the number of full-time fundraisers, we can use SUMIF function, which is equal to SUMIF in a bracket the range containing number to add, comma, the criteria with quotation mark, comma, the range containing the cell which to compare the criteria, close bracket. The second query can be answered by using COUNTIF, equal to COUNTIF in a bracket the range containing cell which to compare the criteria, comma, full time with quotation mark and close bracket. Okay, this is the several steps to use the SUMIF and COUNTIF function. You guys can refer on the textbooks in Excel part page 339. Next, okay, it will appear like this one. Grade AYTD fundraise, which consists the SUMIF function, while full-time count will consist the COUNTIF function. Okay, I will show you step by step in Excel after this. To use SUMIF and COUNTIF function, the following step enter identifiers and these two functions in the range 08 until 09. For the first step, enter grade AYTD fundraise in cell 08. Then enter full-time count in cell 09. For the step 3, select R8 and then type the SUMIF function, which is equal to SUMIF, the range containing the numbers to add, which is J9 until J21, comma. The second argument A is the criteria with quotation mark, comma. H9 to H21 is the range containing the cell which to compare the criteria, and then click enter to enter the function. You guys can apply the comma style to cell R8 and then click the decrease decimal button twice to decrease the number of decimal place to 0, and then select R9 and then type equal to COUNTIF in a bracket. B9 to B21 consists the range containing the cell which to compare the criteria, comma, full time with quotation mark, close bracket, and to enter a function. Okay, it will appear like this, equal to 8. Okay, for the grade A YTD, okay, sorry, you can change the width of column R to the best fit if necessary. Okay, that's all for step to use SUMIF and COUNTIF function. To use mesh and index function, assume that we want to look up for the YTD fundraise for any fundraisers by name. The mesh and index function can be placed in a formula together. The mesh function can be used to find the row number in a given, which is equal to mesh, in a bracket, the name to look up, comma, the range in which the mesh function should look for the name, comma, inform the mesh function to match a value exactly as given in the first argument, then close bracket. The result of the mesh function can be placed in index function to tell the index function the row number of the table in which to look. Index function return a value in a table given in a row and column. Index number can be used to find YTD fundraise for a given fundraiser's name as follows: equal to index, in a bracket, the range which to look, comma, the mesh function, comma, column in which to look, close bracket. Okay, this is the step how to use mesh and index function. You guys can refer on Excel part in the textbook, page 340. At the end of the practice, it will appear like the below one. The name consists the name to look up. YTD fundraise consists the mesh and index function together. Okay, we will proceed to the practice. Mesh and index function. The following step enter identifiers, the lookup value, and formula containing the mesh and index function in the range O11 until R12. Okay, to use the mesh and index function, for the first step is enter name in cell O11 and then enter YTD fundraise in cell O12. After that, select R11 and then type Niazi Yasir to enter a lookup value. For the step 4, select cell R12 and then type the index function equal to index A9 until J21 range in which to look, comma, insert the mesh function, which is mesh in bracket R11, comma, the range A9 to A21, comma, 0, close bracket, comma, and 8, which is the column in which to look, and close bracket to enter a function. Okay, it will appear like this, and then you guys can apply a comma style to cell R12, and then click the decrease decimal button twice to decrease the number of decimal places to 0 in the selected cell. Okay, after that you guys can change the width of column R to the best fit if necessary. Okay, the last one is to print the worksheet and save the workbook. There are 8 steps in total, but from step 3 until step 5 if necessary to use. You guys can refer this in textbook Excel part page 341. Okay, after all the practices, it will appear like this. So let's proceed to the last practices with me. Okay, to print the worksheet and save the workbook. The first step is make sure that your printer is ready to use. Next is click File on the ribbon to open the Backstage view. Third is click Print tab in the Backstage view to display the print gallery. If necessary, click Portrait Orientation in the setting area and then select Landscape Orientation to set desired orientation. Next is, if necessary, click No Scaling button in the setting area and then select Fit Sheet on one page. To cause the workbook to print on one page, it will appear like this one. And if necessary, click Printer Status button in the print gallery to display a list of available printer options. So you can choose what printer that you want. Then click Print button in the print gallery to print the worksheet in the landscape orientation on the current selected printer. Then click Save. It will save the workbook.
Okay, next, I will explain about displaying automatic subtotals in a table. Displaying automatic subtotal is a powerful tool for summarizing data in a table. To do this, you are required to do some steps. So, for the first step, you have to sort the table. How to sort the table? You have to go to the Home tab and then find Sort and Filter command and then click A to Z. Sort A to Z. Next, you have to convert the table to range. How to do it? You have right-click anywhere in your table and then go to Table command and click Convert to Range in Table submenu. Next step is you have to click the Subtotal button. The Subtotal button will be found in the Data tab. You have to choose which table you want to subtotal and then you click Subtotal button. To display subtotal by grouping data in the table basically only involve 4 steps. The first step is convert the table back to a range. Second, determine which field you will use as a control field and then sort the data using the field. Next, determine which field will include calculation when the control field change. Lastly, decide on the calculation that you want to perform on the field. Okay, I will show you guys how to do it. Okay, in this example, I will show the step of displaying subtotal of quotes and YTD from race based on region. Region is our control field. So first, we just want this table. So highlight this table and go to the status bar here to increase the magnification. We just zoom in. Okay, so the first step we have to sort from A to Z. So we sort it based on our control field. So we click region, go to the Home tab and then go to the Sort and Filter command and click Sort A to Z. Okay, we have sorted and it is on the ascending order. And then we have to convert it into range, which is we just right click anywhere in our table, and then go to the table command and click convert to range, and then you click yes here. Okay, we already converted, and next step we have to subtotal it, which is we just highlight our table, we go to the data tab, and then we click subtotal here. Subtotal, we change this to our control field, which is region, and then we want only quote and YTD for race. To calculate, we don't have grade here, we just get rid of it, and then we click OK. Okay, this is it. So we just zoom out it to see the full table. Table here. Okay, this table will add new row for the total. This is the total of quote, and this is the total of fund raise YTD. Okay, next Excel will display table with the outline here. Okay, outline here. So to see clearly all the box, all the details in the box, we just zoom out into 90%. Okay, like this, and then Excel will provide you with the rule level symbols and also rule level bar. Rule level symbol number 1 will only show grand total. Rule level symbol 2 will show only all the total and hide all the details. The third symbol will shows all record. Okay, the plus sign symbol here, we show, if we click it, it will show the detail symbol. Detail, this is detail, and then if we click minus sign, it will hide detail, just like this. Okay, next the plus sign here show detail symbol and hide corresponding detail records. These show detail symbols change to hide detail symbols, and this is detail record that correspond to hide detail symbols. Okay, that's it. Okay, next we want to remove automatic subtotal from a table. So first we have to highlight our table again and go to the data tab here and click subtotal again, and then remove all. Okay, we have already removed it. Next tab, we have to highlight again our table and go to the home tab and click format as table command, and then click custom quick here, and then click OK, and you have done. You have to save your workbook here as you have saved it, then that's it. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like our video. Thank you. Just kidding.